Welcome back to Asteroid Run. In this game, you're going to add the missiles that are fired from the ship. So to start, we're going to add a class. And not surprisingly, we're going to call this class Missile. And its super is going to be the game object that we also used for the ship. Here we can add the method, and we can add the draw method, again, just like we did with the ship, and this is where we're going to draw the missile. In this case, the missile is just going to be a small white square, so it doesn't really need anything too fancy, but we are going to add a constant to state the size of the square. So here is a constant, and we're just going to say this is going to be a 5 by 5 square. So now I can go back to the draw method, and I can set it to white, and then draw the rectangle. I'm also going to add the constructor, just like we did with the ship, to initialize the width and the height to be the size constant that we set up. So if we wanted bigger or smaller missiles, we could just change the size constant, and the code would adapt. Now back on the window, I'm going to add a property here to keep track of the missiles that have been fired. So this will be an array. That's what those parentheses at the end are. And it's called missiles, and it has the type of missile, which is the class that we just created. There's an event on the canvas called mouse down that is called when the mouse is clicked. But before we implement that, I'm going to drag over the sound file for shooting. And then in the mouse down event, I'm going to add the code. So it's going to create a new missile, center it above the spaceship, add it to the array of missiles, and then play the shooting sound. And this will happen each time you click the mouse. And then as the timer runs, we actually want the missiles to move. So we're going to have the missile slide up the screen. And if you remember, the Y coordinate is its position on the screen. So we're going to reduce its value so it slides up the screen. And then when it reaches the top of the screen, we're going to remove the missile from the array so that it's not available anymore. And then lastly, in the paint event, we can loop through all the missiles that are in the array and draw them. Now I can run the project, start the game, and you can see when I click the mouse, missiles are fired from the spaceship. Next up, we're going to add some asteroids.